You want to talk about brotherhood? You want to talk about guys that stand up? Let's shout out Draymond Green right now, right? Because a lot of people get slandered and shit. You know, everyone doesn't like. It's a bad situation. You know, no one wins. You know, everybody wins, but nobody wins in these type of situations. Miles, hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Lost in this opportunity for him. I think he'll get it back, right? I think one big year he'll get it back. But that said, we know about the Miles Bridge situation. I just want to get into what's going on with the support situation. What about Draymond Green? Still doing workouts with his fellow Michigan State alumni. You know, he's really playing the role very well. And I really appreciate a guy that stands up for his guys, you know, and says, "Hey, even if you made a mistake or all parties made a mistake, uh, I'm with you. Forgiveness is there, right? Forgiveness is there. We'll make it happen. We'll get you back." And this is from one of the hard nosed players in the league, a guy that I truly respect. Right? He's not the most athletic. Let me tell you something. Draymond Green in college was a fucking beast. All right? If you don't remember him, go watch his college. I'm talking about the guy. He could do everything: shoot, pass. He had everything. Okay, everything. I think, no offense, it appears he went down because of his role with the Dubs as a defensive specialist. Obviously, went down in some ways, right? He upped his defensive ante, changed his game up because he was a focal point on offense at Michigan State. Go watch the tapes, right? Um, this is the comments you get from these other guys. You see, these are called follow leader motherfuckers, right? Draymond Green is pathetic for working out with Miles Bridges. Like, okay, this is my thing. Okay, the abuse of anybody is horrible, especially if somebody's a lot weaker than you, right? It makes you appear weak. You don't have emotional constraint. You don't have mental stability. All right, to be able to get out of that. Right. There's times that a lot of people every day of our lives, I would say maybe once a month, somebody really fucking pisses you off. I said it, right? I'll be honest with everybody. Somebody pisses you off to the point where you go, you know what? I really want to approach that person, right? Um, it's about your mental stability. Is it worth it, right? Is it worth your time? Is it worth the headache? Okay. Um, that said, right, when you look at Draymond Green, he's a guy that he lives in that. He's in that, man. He's in that. He's in that game, man. He's a guy. You know, he's in the trenches. He's in the streets at the end of the day, right? I don't know if he's a street guy at all, but he's in these streets. It is what it is. It's a different type of vehicle with Draymond Green, and I appreciate it. So the wiser one here, you should be canceling me as well as your broadcast. This is what you get from guys that don't necessarily know the facts or care about the facts, right? This is the type of guy that you get. You know, this is really retarded for people to continue to comment on. What do you want to do? I mean, go hang himself. I mean, these things happen, right? So now, you know, look at this. You fucking snake bozo, laughing my ass off, hanging out with Bridges after what he did to Wiggins' wife, sister. Fuck off to Laker. Yeah, yeah. These are that's the face of the guy I'm talking about right there. See a Zachy Lundy, kind of Zach Lundy. You see this guy? Let me see what. I like reading through these. I mean, I just think it's I just think these guys. I'll say it, and it's not a black or white thing. It's a middle class, lower middle class, and poor. I hate to say it. I came from Elizabeth, New Jersey. I would say it's mid tier. There's some middle class. There's a little pocket of rich, little pocket. A lot of poor, lower rung. I'm right next to Newark. I'm right next to a lot of previous the bad Jersey City, Irvington and East Orange. West Orange is the burbs. Linden's a little bit bad. Roselle's a little bit bad. So you got all these little places, right, where you can get busy. Hoboken, the Hackensack. Patterson. This is just a place of violence when I grew up. Okay, it was very violent, very very violent. Okay, if you're not used to it, if you're not used to it, you know, especially this new generation. I mean, they pull out the heaters. You know, if you're not used to it, you will have no clue the type of violence that is seen in these neighborhoods. Now it's everywhere, all right. And it's always, you know, majority is minority. Let's be honest, right? Spanish, black, right? Usually in those parts, you know, because the frustration of being down, you don't really take too much shit, right? You can take a little bit. Let's be honest. If they deeper than you, you take the shit. If they got more than you, you be smart to take the shit. You don't want to be a hero and get fucked up. But, you know, at the end of the day, you don't really take too much. No one takes, that's why there's a respect level. There's usually a little bit of a respect level because, you know, somebody, no matter how he looks, he can get busy on you because he's ready. He's struggled. These guys, Zach Lundy and all these guys, they don't have that type of a background, okay? It's like, and then for us, right, we're still in a rich country, so I went to third world countries and I saw real violence, right? You go to Brazil, you go to parts of Colombia, parts of Mexico, parts of Africa, right? Parts of China. I mean, you want to see violence? You want to see you want to see some heads shot? I mean, you want to see some real shit? You go there and then you really get a rude awakening. So Zach Lundy, I'm going to tell you something. This is called the rich man. Again, nothing should be enamored or applause with what happened, the situation, right? Because I don't know what the situation was. We just see some damage to somebody, right? A little bit of damage. Again, I'm just being honest. I'm from an area where I'm talking about eyes coming out. I'm talking about your face is cratered in. I'm talking about shit like that, right? I mean, and these are women, all right? And I've seen woman and woman fights, heels going in the eye, shit like that, right? You know, it is what a Branchburg, Newark, you know. So for these guys, you know, they don't know. They've never seen it, right? And they don't want to see it. I agree with them. I think their lives are better, right? This type of lifestyle, you sit hook cush in the house, you make fun of everybody, you think you're better than everybody. That shit, you know, that type of, it is what it is. When you get money, that's what happens. Right? Everyone thinks they're better than everybody. You know, I'm on a higher tier, all that bullshit, right? So, you know, for me, I'm just a little bit angry that he didn't wait for the background to be done. Those two may be like brothers. You think he's gonna turn his back on his brother, Zach Lundy? The fuck out of here. Now let me keep going. Coach Doyle, who beat down Wiggins' sister, kind of messed up, man. This is continue. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Wow, look at that cow. Exactly right. Right. Draymond and him are lifelong friends. Known each other for a long time. I don't know if they're both from Detroit, but I think Miles from Flint. But you know, I think they're all from Flint. So I don't know how. If they beat a woman, okay, this I don't like, right? If they beat a woman, all right, if they beat anyone, if they beat a dog, beat another man up, you know, I put everyone on equal species. I don't do this selective reasoning bullshit. I hate guys like that, you know, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I wish I could take you to a place where a girl blow your fucking head off. All right, so you thinking you do Captain Save the World? I'm gonna warn you. There's places, and I have respect for a woman. I know their power. You see, these guys don't know the power of woman. I know places where a girl will chop your fucking head off. Okay. So, you know, just stop it. Stop. They need protection, but they really don't. They're powerful in themselves, man. I respect women. So let's get into the scenario of his contract. I just went into all this bullshit that had nothing to do with basketball, right? Just the personal shit. I mean, I appreciate Miles and all that. Draymond Green sticking with his brother, right? He got to stick with his brother. You know, you're not gonna shame him, and shame on the motherfucker. You saw a motherfucker put that video out. You see these motherfuckers. Anyway. He was in the gym with him, probably dapping him up, and then he puts the video out. Fucking motherfucker. Now, let's take a peek at the situation. Yeah, he's from Flint. That's what I'm fucking talking about. And by the way, you don't want to say Flint, Detroit. You don't want to mix those up, man. It's like Dominican, Puerto Rican almost, man. They're different sides of the fence. All right, they actually don't get along too well back in the day. They may now, but back in the day they didn't get along. So Miles Bridges and the Hornets, right? What is Michael Jordan doing? Actually, Michael Jordan and the Hornets, no offense, are sticking to Miles right now. You can tell that's the case. They're just trying to remain quiet. Hopefully, this blows over and goes away. That's the hope. The felony charges that were filed against me because he was in fucking L.A., right? L.A. is the fucking worst. It is the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. It's the worst. Okay? Do not go there if you do anything wrong. Do not, please. Please, in God's name, do not do anything in LA. All right, only the criminals can do something in LA, right? The guys that's robbing motherfuckers, shooting people up, they'll get 5 years. Social justice, right? I think he gets through this. I think he gets through this. But does he stay with the Hornets? Is the question. The guy that's put up 20 points plus 7 rebounds and 4 assists as a 20 when it's stellar season. Stellar season. Okay. Stellar. This is an opportunity for him now, right? It's an opportunity for him to grow. He averaged 12 up to 20, big percent. He was on check to get a big bump in pay. I'm going to tell you, if this doesn't work out and the Hornets have to save face from an organizational perspective, social pressure, because that happens. There's a couple of teams right now that I think that could really like to use Miles Bridges. Heavy. All right. And he's so young, you could even do a rebuild with Miles, right? You could be on a rebuild squad with Miles Bridges and make something happen, right? Drafted 18, 4 years. I'm trying to say it's 2000, so he's 20. Should be 18. He's actually older, man. He's actually older. He's 26 years old. He's in his prime. Maybe not many years left of prime for him, right? He has about 4 or 5 years left. Shame. What a shame that's happened right now. I'm just guessing his age just by just doing the math on his college years, right? If he got an 18, yeah, he got a 20 drafted, did about 6 years in the league. I'm sorry, I'm doing the math wrong, my nigga. I'm 24 years old. Okay, there you go. That's about right. He's about 24, 25. So he still has an opportunity. Yeah, 26. The difference between those two are huge in NBA time. So I think a team that's rebuilding heavy and trying to get to the next level, but I think could use him in a like New York Knicks. New York Knicks are there, but especially when they're gonna try to move Julius Randle and all that. I think there's gonna be movement there, but Don Mitchell be interesting again. I like what they're doing right now. I really do. I'm finally coming back over to the Knicks. If they get Mitchell, okay, all the bullshit they just did, the draft and all that, may be forgiven if they're able to get Mitchell. So he could be part of that new era, and they'll take him. They don't give it. New York, New Jersey fans, I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna be mad. They're social justice, but boy, if you start winning, man, that New York Times, they'll throw all that shit under the rug. You start winning, they don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right? It's a shame, but it is what it is. Boston's another team up there, right? I could see him slotted in at the power forward spot, a legitimate power forward there to help out, even though Tatum kind of plays it. 2, 3, 4, right? Tatum, Brown, Bridges, right? That'll be exciting. I just think they need some athleticism in the inside. Again, I think that's another good move for Miles Bridges if given the opportunity. Do they have the cap space, right? Especially Malcolm Brogdon there. That would be interesting. Really interesting to have him added to that team. Okay, there's other younger teams that could use him. I don't really want to get into all those guys. Do the LA Lakers stand a chance? No. Does he fit there? It's a question mark, right? It's a question mark on what you think of LeBron James, right? But he doesn't shoot the three, so he's going to clog the lane a little bit more than 1 or 2. He's one of those off the dribble, shoot the three type of guys. So, those are a couple. Those are a couple that come to mind. Minnesota's another big one, right? Minnesota has a hole to fill at the small forward position. I think he would be legit there because I don't know what they're doing with your boy Towns and your boy Gobert. I think Towns goes to the 4, Gobert at the 5. Maybe too big, too slow with that squad. But again, opportunity here for a lot of teams to start to look at what they can get him for on the cheap as well. There will be somebody that signs this kid. Guarantee that. Too much talent. Your boy Step Back signing off. Shout out to Draymond Green for showing love for the unloved, right? Did a lot of things done were wrong, but doesn't mean you turn your back on folks. So there's always redemption. Your boy Step Back, sign off. Peace.